Hi everyone.
Hello again.
Welcome back to Neil and Jan Reselling.
Or Neil and Jan hoarding, as it's
or
turning
hoarding,
out
yes, because
we buy stuff and then say no, not
selling that. I want to keep this one. That's quite good. I like them. So if you haven't just seen the film that I would have posted by now, which is just before this was us going to it's faygate, isn't it?
Yeah,
faygate,
which is just down the road from us, so it's beautifully convenient. But it's very well attended. We had quite a lot. In fact, so many sellers this morning that they completely filled the field, and they had to put sellers out in the
car park. Yeah,
bit, which was a bit sad for them because I hope they didn't charge them quite as much because they weren't getting as much footfall as everybody else.
But it was a good one.
Once you're in there, it's much tighter packed.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to get in as many people as they can. So, you know, the rows are quite close together. The cars are all close together. It's a little bit claustrophobic, but they have some good stuff. They
did have some good stuff. I was quite happy with what we got. Just about to show you. So, but before we do, if you like this kind of stuff, please consider actually subscribing to the channel and hit that bell so you get the notifications of the next films as well.
And leave us comments below.
Yeah,
because we like your comments.
Definitely, especially if you know anything about the stuff that we're about to show you. Drop some comments down because we certainly don't know that much about some of this stuff.
I don't know much about anything.
So any comments that you've got about any of the items, let us know. Also, down below in the comments, you'll actually see myself and Jan's eBay accounts, and if there's anything that you'd actually like to buy here, within a couple of days, some of that stuff will actually be up on there, or actually just drop us a message, and we can work something out. So if you like any of the stuff, just let us know. So anyway, I'm going to start off. We do mine, then we go over to Jan's. So
we both went out with £100 float this morning.
Yes.
We went to the bank yesterday, got loads of change and divided ourselves up. So we got a load of £5 notes and pound coins, £2 coins, 50p's and 20p's. So we were well prepared
for because you can't really go around and say
yeah, well, you take 20p and then hand them a £20
note. It just doesn't work. So we had loads of change and stuff, so it's all good. So anyway, one of the first bits I came across is this coffee machine. I can't pronounce it. How do you pronounce it, Jan?
Gusto, is it? It's a Nescafe. I can't.
It's Nescafe.
Oh, Nescafe Dolce Gusto.
Yeah. So,
and we won't be keeping that because the smell of coffee makes me feel ill.
And I've had a coffee machine before, and it's nice, but it's
what was the one we had before? Was it a
Tassimo? A Tassimo. We had a Tassimo before. I mean, I think this one's probably better. I mean, I don't know. This is one of the ones. I think this is the brand that George Clooney kind of promotes the Nescafe. I think it's a pod thingy. I don't know how it works.
Put pods in, but
there's a pod thingy, and I'm not sure how it all works.
Did I break it?
But anyway, I picked it up for £3.60.
And it looks nice and clean.
Well, actually, I did the reverse of haggling. She said £3.50, and I had 20s in my hand. And I said no. I had 3 20s in the hand, so
oh, that's nice. You
can for different size cups.
Different size cups, yeah.
Yeah.
So presumably it does everything from the ones that you drink it. Oh, what's it called? The espresso, is it? In the
something like that. Yeah. For the
it's whatever pod you buy.
Yeah. So I got it for £3.60. Having a quick look, I'm hoping to sell it for between £20 to £30. Is what I'm kind of hoping on. Might end up being maybe only £15, but even if it is for £3.60, I think that's a good start.
Yeah.
So let's put that one back over there. Okay. Just grab the next thing out the bag. So let's have a look. So I managed to pick up an Olympus camera. So this is an Olympus Super Zoom 800S.
Autofocus.
Autofocus, and it is a film camera. There is actually a film in there. Yeah.
Won't be any good now, but
well, it wouldn't have been any good anyway.
This is
but
true.
It does mean that having a film in now should be able, when I put some batteries in, should be able to check whether it winds forward and stuff like that. So that's kind of handy.
Batteries.
So yeah, as you say, it takes AAA batteries, but also that the battery compartment is nice and clean. Nice and clean. So I think that was £2.50, I think it was, something like that. So I think that'll go across more. But it came in a pouch, so that's good. So that was a good start. Then got another camera. Now this is it's a pretty non-branded one.
And it's digital, that one.
And it's digital. Obviously, it's nice and slim. It's digital, but it's
18 megapixels.
18 megapixels. So that's quite nice. Picked it up for £1, and it had a case. So, but I say it's pretty unbranded. But for £1, I mean, I've got to be able to put it. I mean, I'm imagining at least a £5. Yeah, there might have been a memory card now, I don't know. You know?
There's something down there, something bead-like, or I don't know what it is. Might just be a bit of...
It's a bead. No, I have no idea.
Have a look.
It's a clear bit of plasticky thing.
It looks like it goes on the end of something to protect it, doesn't it?
I don't know.
But it doesn't matter.
But anyway, this
Probably
is
nothing to do with the camera.
it's got a rechargeable battery in this one.
Yeah, lithium battery.
Lithium battery, and it's got a little USB port. Little USB port in there for charging. So that was £1. I think that's reasonable.
Not a bad little camera.
Then picked up a nice little pouch, and this is a Garmin Sat Nav. And there we go. I don't know if there's enough power, but it actually turns on.
Is it Garmin or Garmin?
Garmin.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Garmin.
I just wondered to...
Yeah. So it actually turns on. There is a cable for it in the bag somewhere. It wasn't the original. It's not the original cable, but it's a cable that works.
A nice little pouchy thing that it comes in, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, the battery's still left on, but it's a nice little pouch. For £4, I've got a feeling that I should be able to. It's got to be worth 20 or 30 quid, if not more. I would have thought. So there's that. Next thing, a couple of weeks ago, this was actually for me. I picked up some goggles for riding, for riding my electric mountain board, and this is exactly the same kind of pair. I don't think the lenses are that great. I don't know how well these are going to clean up. They might be okay. I do like that they're the night glasses, but what I was originally thinking is that the one I originally got, these lenses come out, and there were 3 different lenses.
Changed lenses over.
So even if these lenses are knackered, the other 3 lenses were really good on what I got. So I could actually have 2 pairs. So I could have a pair permanently set up for night vision, and I could have another pair set up as the sunglasses.
Hoarding.
What's hoarding?
Yeah. You're not selling them, and you've already got a pair.
They were £1, so I thought, yeah, I'll.
Does it make a difference when you're hoarding how much it costs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think it does make a difference. Well, it's certainly cheaper if you hoard stuff.
I don't mind you
less.
hoarding little things. It's the big things that I
we'll get on to that in a bit. Right, next. Next we have a Sony Walkman.
With its original label on the front, isn't it?
And is that original?
Yeah.
Yeah, 25
hour playback.
Yeah.
Mega bass. How can people buy something like that and not peel the sticker off? I just
I
don't
know.
get it.
And this one not only is the Walkman, it has the AM FM radio. So you got the AM FM radio, and I believe
clean battery department. I think
the battery
compartment, not department,
compartment in there looks pretty clean. Obviously, it's all going to have a good kind of clean up. However, the only thing that obviously that there isn't is that there's no headphones.
Who doesn't have a pair of headphones these days?
Exactly. But hopefully that'll.
I was going to say everybody who has a non-Apple phone should have a pair that came with their phone. That's a standard jack. Should fit that.
No, absolutely. But that was £2. So now I've heard that Walkman's not going quite well for like 20 or 30 quid or so.
Yeah. Having said that, I mean, Sony did do a much better Walkman than this. I mean, this one is quite plasticky, but I don't know if it's got a date on it.
Yeah, I mean,
but, it's still got a good value to it. I'm just saying that wasn't like their top of the range.
I had much nicer ones. I mean, I had a really lovely black, really sleek, really kind of, and it felt heavy. It felt
smaller, more I mean, they improved after these early.
Yes,
I would have thought that's an earlier one, but
that was okay.
But having said that, it's a nice find
for £2.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we'll obviously see if it works. But
yeah.
Then there was Monopoly. Now, in opening it up, bits are everywhere and whatever. But I think there's probably all there, most of it. I don't know what some of these are. I don't know what that is.
Have you got the board?
I didn't even check it. There might not even
it might be under.
There might
here.
not even be a board. Is
yeah,
there?
it's there.
Don't do that to me. Is there a board?
Oh, it's broken in half.
And then it's a broken board. Oh no, there's a bit missing.
Let's flap it out.
There we are. So we have a board. Actually, is it? Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, it's quite.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, and it should say. I thought it said in the middle of the year, but it doesn't on these ones, does it?
No. Might say down here.
There's lots of numbers and things. But anyway, it's
2013.
There you go. Well,
yeah. So anyway, so we've got a Monopoly.
Oh gosh, haven't dice gone cheap and nasty? It's all. I expect you've already seen these, but that's just cheap, nasty plastic die. Oh, and the.
It's not a lot of weight to the dog. Is it a cat?
It's a cat, yeah, but.
But anyway.
It's cheap compared to the old sets that we used to play with, but never mind. That's
But anyway, so I've got one of those. So I think that was £1. I think that was £1. So should be alright for £1.
And as long as all the bits are there, it doesn't matter how tacky they are, does it?
Right, this.
Ooh, that's a bit grim, isn't it?
Looks a bit grim. The case.
Although it's well used and it's protecting what's inside it, and that's all you need it to do.
It is a low pro, so it's actually a good. It's actually a good brand of pouch. But I can't help. You see a pouch, you got to open it.
Yep.
Find out what's in it. And this one happened to be another Olympus camera.
Digital this time.
So this is digital. It's an Olympus 810 all-weather 8 megapixel.
All-weather?
So all-weather.
With digital image stabilization.
Yeah.
2.5-inch LCD. 8 megapixels.
8 megapixels. Screen's quite nice.
What kind of battery does it run on?
What's that? Press menu for demo. Oh, okay. Battery. It's a rechargeable.
Yep,
so Olympus,
an Olympus lithium battery.
Lithium-ion battery.
And how much was that camera?
I think this one was £2.
not bad.
So for £2, I mean, I don't know if there's any power on it.
It will
Probably
be
needs a
charge
charge, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I thought that was quite reasonable.
And don't forget the shoes, if you've got the shoes there as well.
Oh yeah, let's show.
Yeah, because these are very Neil's type of style.
This is my kind of. See, I used to be heavily into canoeing. So this kind of
used to be in the British whitewater team.
Yes, I used to do whitewater canoe slalom and whitewater freestyle, and in C1 canoe. So this kind of shoe is kind of very much me. And I looked at them quite quickly, and I saw that they were 8s. Now I'm actually about an 8.5.
I know you took your glasses with you. Were you wearing them at the time?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But when I actually look at it, it actually says 8 up in there. But when you look really carefully to the side, it actually says 8 US and it's a 7 UK. But luckily,
they fit me.
They fit Jan. So Jan's
I'm not a canoeist,
gonna have.
but I do like a boot
You
sail.
did used to be a canoeist. You owned a canoe.
I have owned my own canoe.
Yeah.
He paddled it, and I used to sit there drinking wine, and eating strawberries as we went down the river.
Yeah, it worked rather nicely. But anyway, looking these up, well, I paid £2 for them. Was it £3? It was £2 or £3.
£2 or £3.
It was £2 or £3. They're 95 quid new. So
really nice, hardly worn.
And
no wear on them at all.
No wear on them and that. So they're really nice, and so they're for Jan. And she's going to use them probably for doing car boot sales.
Yeah, car boot sales.
So that's really cool.
In the summer, walking across fields and things, you know.
Okay, my next item. My next item is a Blu-ray player. There we go. So this is a LG Blu-ray player. It actually has the remote control, and so it's a Blu-ray player,
and it's got a battery that hasn't leaked. So
it's got a battery that hasn't leaked, and this was £3. Now, having quickly looked this up when we got home, they're selling for about £60 to £75 used. So that's quite nice for £3.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one, which is so this next one is a Panasonic DVD player. So it's the.
Looks like it's got a bit of paint on it, but that should scratch off.
Yeah,
quite
that should. I mean, it should clean up okay.
It
hopefully.
looks like emulsion to me, and that'll come off really easy. Just scratch it off.
It's the S500 model. It only has the SCART there, or to the triple lead version.
Or something?
No, they can be visual as well.
Oh, right, okay.
But you can use that instead of SCART. But they're having a look at that one as it's just a DVD player. It's about £20. I think I picked that one up for £1. I think it was on that one. So again, on £1, that's pretty good. And then picked up another one. We have a Sony Blu-ray. This is a Blu-ray. It's a Sony Blu-ray, and that didn't have this one didn't have a remote, or the previous one. It was only the LG that had a remote, but they're going for about £30. So again, I think that was £2. That one. So that was quite good. Let's just move some of these out of the way very quickly.
Oh, take the plug with you.
Take plug, thank you. Okay, so this next bit I spotted. Jan and I have been picking up the Wii consoles with the balance boards and I noticed this, and it is a chargeable battery pack for the balance boards. So we're probably actually going to keep hold of that one for us, so that when we buy, because I do intend to continue to buy the Wii's and the Wii balance boards. There seems to be quite a good kind of market for those. Quite a good
at the moment.
At the moment, able to buy and sell them for a good amount, and to have a battery pack that's easy just to slot in, test the board that's working.
Yeah, we generally pick up a bag full of Wii stuff for about 20 quid, don't we? So
well, yeah, you haven't seen this on a film. In the week, I picked up a Wii board with a balance board and about 5 or 6 games for £25, and currently selling the console for 75, I think it is, and then the games and stuff like that I'm splitting up separately. So, and I say that was for £25. It's looking at, for what it's all listed at, it could all be it adds up to about £145, all being sold separately. So providing they sell for that, or depending if I take any offers, but there's quite a good markup on those. But that's a battery pack which is good for testing them. So we'll probably keep hold of those for a moment. But I say I picked that up for £1, brand new, never opened. So that's good. Moving on to, there was a
box on the floor.
A box on the floor with a load of wires. Now, it's just for demonstration. Load of wires, box, tat.
Big spaghetti.
Big spaghetti. They're actually the leads from the DVDs. But this little bundle of Wii stuff. So we actually have a Wii Controller. Now, it's a bit gunky at the bottom. But it just needs opening up, cleaning out, and hopefully that should be, hopefully it will work. We've got another one exactly the same.
You can actually take those completely apart and clean them all out. I've seen videos on it. So
I'll be doing that. I say, and this little bundle, I actually paid £2 for the 2 remotes and 2 nunchucks.
But I don't know if you can see just how grim those wires are. I mean, they do need really... I couldn't sell anything in that state. But
they are really grim. But once they've been cleaned up...
Exactly. You know, it doesn't hurt to clean it, does it?
Well,
and then you've got something looking like...
I sold one of these, a nunchuck, on eBay last week in a clean condition for £7.99. So, considering I've got 2, and once they're cleaned up... And then you're looking at the remotes at being about £10. So there's £20 worth of remotes, plus there's about 30 quid's worth of stuff there. And there was also a cover. And again, it looks really grim.
Like a used condom, but
yeah,
it's not.
My wife has to lower the tone. A used condom.
Well, I mean, it's just grim.
It's grotty, isn't it? But once that's cleaned, they should sell for about £4.
Well, we've had them in this sort of condition before. Do you just stick them in a washing up bowl with some fairy liquid or something?
I just put some soap on my hands.
Oh, just ordinary hand soap.
Hand soap, and rub it round in hot water, and they come up easy. It's silicone. The stuff doesn't stick to it. So they clean up really easily.
I was going to say, apparently it does on that.
And currently it does on that. Yeah, well,
but
maybe this one will have a bit of a sag.
So, as long as it's cleaned up, then you can sell it.
So anyway, that's all of my stuff. I've had quite a good morning, and
how much did you spend altogether?
I spent £36. £2 for us to get in, £2 on your shoes.
Right,
I'm really extravagant on my gifts, I'm afraid. £2, it's just the way it is. Right. So we're looking at £32.
Right, well, I bought a couple of things to keep. I found this good old-fashioned on top of the stove chip pan, and I like a cheap chip pan that you can throw away when it gets too much to wash out, but I liked it because it's got the actual basket in that you can lift
It's
the chips
nice.
out.
I mean,
So
it looks.
£2 for that. It's been used, but can you move that over to
I
the
can
side?
move that over.
And it's also nice that it's got the handle the other side that you can pick it up with. It's not an expensive one, it's a cheap one, but
it looks nice, and it's very functional. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
yeah. And I used to have this cookery book years ago, and it was kind of loved to death. I think we lost some bits. Pages fell out of it, or maybe it moved out with one of the kids. I don't know what happened, but I know there's a recipe in here. It's a 1,000 recipe cookbook, and I know there's one that I used to like, so I bought it for £1, but I can't remember what is the one out of the 1,000 that I used to like.
Let me just adjust that a little bit.
So now I've got some reading to do to find, but that was for me to keep.
How much was it?
£1.
Pound. Can't go far. 1,000 wrong. Thousand
And then
recipes.
I also saw this, which is probably a little makeup bag, but I thought it would be good to keep boot sale coinage. You know, when you go around the boot sale and you're trying to find your coins, and little purses are too small to hold it. So
I'm using a bum bag.
yeah,
About the same size.
I was just looking for
But
something that
that's nice.
would hold coinage, and
Yeah.
so that I could open it up, have a
And
good
it's
old
purple.
rummage. And it's bonus purple, and I got that for 20p, and it came with the bonus of some little china inside. I don't know what I'll do with these. I don't think they're even worth selling. I think I might just leave them outside for little girls to find.
It could be worth selling. You never know.
Just little fairy
Someone
china
might,
there.
someone might really want them. Have they got any branded on them?
Yeah, and then I bought this Pyrex dish with the idea of selling it on. I think this was 50p. But I don't actually have that size one, so I might end up hanging on to that. Pyrex made in England. I saw quite a few Pyrex dishes today, or Pyrex-like dishes. There were a couple of the sort of 70s style ones in the milky glass with a design on the side, but they didn't have the lids to them, and people wanted silly money for them, so they...
I was just looking to see if there's any branding on these little things.
I don't think there is there?
Does it just say, does that say
Foreign.
foreign?
Yeah, but it kind of depends on
Where you are.
where you are. You know.
It just... sorry. It just says foreign.
Foreign,
and it's just...
that's very sought after these
Isn't it?
days. Right, so it's a little Pyrex dish that I got from another
Yeah, that's
lot.
nice. Nice Pyrex.
Then I found a stack of green glass dishes. I don't know when they're from.
Can I make nice little fruit bowls or something?
Well, they're
Grapes or...
or a little ice cream dish, you know.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing that people would have on the table when I was a child, but they were in nice condition. I doubt very much that they're old enough to be uranium glass, but I quite like them. So £3 the whole set. I couldn't find any chips or marks or anything,
Yeah.
so I bought them to sell
That's
on.
pretty nice.
Then I found a lady with some paperweights. So I've got a couple of little paperweights here. She was asking £3 each, but I got 2 for £5. They're not branded. They don't have any maker's name or anything on, but
they're still nice.
they're pretty. And I thought, well, they'll
Yeah.
sell,
Yeah.
hopefully. So got a couple. One slightly bigger than the other, but
Yeah.
nice little paperweights. I've
They're
got
nice.
those. And yeah, 2 for £5 on
2
those.
for £5, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then I got this beautiful Art Deco glass dressing table set. Now, it comes with the candlesticks, no chips or marks on them at all, and these were originally for powder, but you could use them these days for trinkets or whatever. But beautiful condition, really nice little set. I would be tempted to keep it if I had a dressing table, but I don't, and I've got nowhere to put things like that. So nice little set. That was £3.50.
Yeah.
And out in the sunlight, it looked amber, But now I've brought it in, it looks kind of pinky.
Pinky, it's got a pinky
tinge to it.
Yeah.
And it's it's like half, I don't know if you can see, half clear glass, half frosted. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really nice frosting.
Really nice little set that. So I got that. And then I was taking a break, and I have to sit down quite a lot going around a boot sale because I'm disabled, so I have to take my old granny wheelie walker with me and take advantage from time to time now to sit down. Neil came up to me while I was sitting down, and he pulled out the wee bits and pieces to show me. And the guy whose car I was sat in front was just watching, and then Neil said, I'm going to go down and look at those. So I said, all right, you go off and do that and I'll wait here, which I did. And as Neil wandered off, man goes into his car, pulls out a box that had, it was some sort of games console in it. Now I'm old, I don't play computer games. I didn't know what it was in that box, but the little child with him picked up a controller and was fiddling with it. Another bloke came along and said, oh, you need to plug it in. So we were all having a laugh about that. Other bloke walked off, and I said to chap with it, how much do you want? I didn't know what it was. It was just a box that had a load of stuff in.
Start moving your stuff that way so we can get it out.
And he said £30. So I said, would you take 20? Because I thought, I'm buying this blind. I have no idea what I'm buying. And he went, okay.
So let's see what we got.
I pulled out my £20 and I bought something.
And you bought something?
And when I showed, when Neil came back and helped to pack it up and put it in the bag, he was offering me 30 quid for it. I know. So I know it's worth something. And Neil's just bringing it over, but like I said, I don't know what I'm buying. If I see a Wii on Marketplace, I'll buy it for 20 quid. So I thought, well, it's got to be worth 20 quid.
Okay, so we have an Xbox 360.
Looks in nice condition.
It's got 120 gig hard drive. It's in a nice black. Now
with a silver trim around
the top. We've only both recently started
buying consoles.
Actually buying consoles, as in a reselling thing. I've now got a PlayStation 4 Pro to learn about a bit more gaming. Myself and Jan had been playing World of Warcraft for many years.
Oh, I did play World of Warcraft, and
so it also has the kinetic camera. Now, so let's see what else we've got.
Spaghetti Jungle.
Spaghetti Jungle. So I think that's just the power cables.
That's just the power pack.
That's the power pack as well. There's quite big power packs, aren't they?
It is
so
huge,
Was it just one controller or two?
I thought it had two. You were picking it up and wrapping it. No, there was two.
There was another one.
It's in the bag, don't panic.
Well, yeah, so we have two. Is that a battery pack in there or something?
No, it's got something on there that looks as though it was once sticky nastiness.
That looks like, I don't know if, well, it's a battery pack. Is that one? Is that a recharger? Press that down. There we go. Oh, that's a battery pack. I didn't even know that they came with. I guess you could put a rechargeable battery in there.
So what are those bits there for?
I have no idea. This is a new console for me, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it's going to need cleaning. There's something icky, sticky, some childlike thing on there.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll need cleaning up. But
I'm not even. I didn't even know that. Oh, well, that's got some power.
How have you turned it on?
Press that middle button.
Yeah.
Well, this one actually flashes.
Yeah, this one's flashing as well.
And that one's flashing. So
it looks as though we've got some decent batteries.
Yeah, well, the batteries work.
Nothing else works. The batteries are okay.
But yeah, so it's an Xbox 360 with two controllers and the kinetic bar, which I believe I've never used one, but I believe a bit like the Wii, where they have the sensor bar for the, but you don't need a controller for these. I think it just goes on your motion. Now, if anyone knows any different, then let us know. But I say I've never actually used.
So any gamers out there must be just shaking their heads.
Yeah, they'd be going, "Oh, you're
Who
embarrassing."
are these two?
Yeah. Well, literally within the last month, I now
I'm old.
I now have a PlayStation 4 Pro and I got hold of the PlayStation 3 with the backwards compatibility that's got the 4 USB ports on the front. So I've got that. So, but I've not done anything with Xbox. So I really don't know. But saying that,
and I would like to just point out, when I was playing World of Warcraft, I had 5 level 100 characters, didn't I?
Yes.
When it only went up to level 100.
and the top mounts and all that kind of stuff
I
you used to have.
About 140 mounts.
She's very good at World of Warcraft.
And when you had a console once that you bought Tetris for me to play.
We had a PlayStation 1.
Or whatever it was.
It was
that
a
had
PlayStation
Tetris
1
on it.
for Tetris.
And I played through all 100 levels of that twice.
Yeah.
And then got bored.
So you did that. And, well, anyway, because Jan bought this, I thought, well, we're going to need to have a game. So there was a guy who was selling Xbox 360 games. So I went and got a game. It was only £2. Just
so I owe you £2 for that, really, and another 2 or 3 for the shoes.
Yeah, just for it. But we needed a game to check that this works. Now, I did try and get a game that works for the Kinetic. I'm going to have to look into that a bit more, because I think that, I'm guessing that, like, when you have the Wii console and you have the balance board, then you actually have the Wii Fit. Now, I'm imagining that the Kinetic obviously probably has some game that is designed to go with that, or a couple of games that are designed. So it would, I guess, it would be a good idea to get that game to go with this
at some point.
At some point,
we can always pick one up at another boot sale, and
well,
we're actually going to one tomorrow.
Funnily enough, it's only Saturday
Sunday.
of a bank holiday weekend.
2 more boot sales left to go.
So, which is going to be really
right, so
good.
today I spent £35.20.
Yeah.
That's not including what I've got to pay you for
Yeah.
the game and the shoes.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
So that's our haul for today, which
And considering we took
quite-
£100 out
each,
each,
and we both bought quite a lot back.
yeah.
Well,
So I mean, we got
£65
everything.
back I bought.
We got everything we wanted to get. There was no holding back on things that we were. There was. I didn't have anything. I was umming and ahhing. If I wanted something, then I got it. It wasn't a case of seeing something but couldn't afford it. So that was really nice. So, yeah, it
Well,
was just
I've definitely got
productive.
stuff. Whether I can make a profit from it is anybody's business. But I really like that dressing table set. I'm hoping that I can get some decent
I
money for
can't unless that Wii console, not the Wii, unless the Xbox console doesn't actually work at all.
Well,
I
he
can't.
seemed a nice man,
Yes. Well, I can't see
and
why
he
it
said that
wouldn't.
it was working.
But I say the only way you're not going to make a profit is if that doesn't work, because that I've looked it up already. It should. I'm hoping we should get at least 75 for the whole of that.
Although Neil thinks that we ought to keep one of each type of console.
I kind of do. I think that if we're going to be into buying and selling game consoles and the stuff for it, including the controllers and games and stuff like that, that we should have one of each console so that we can test everything. So that if you're, you know, because let's say we picked up a couple of controllers or a couple of games, you can't test it. If you can't test it, you can't send it out as working. So, I think if we're going to do
it's better
games,
if you keep the £20 console than it is if you keep a
60
a 25
a 25 or what? Yeah, a 25. But it is a bit like that. It's you know, I think that if we're gonna deal in games,
What do you all do?
yeah, if you're a reseller, what do you do on the gaming? Have you got one of each? I mean, literally.
And the other thing was, something exciting happened. Neil was recognised by one of our viewers.
Yes, one of our viewers actually said hello.
So we'd like to say hello back.
Hello back. It was great to say hi to you. Great to see you. And obviously you're at one of our locals, so say hi next time. Yeah, it's nice to say hi and to meet people.
And it's nice to know there's actually real people.
Somebody's actually watched. Yes.
Real human beings out there.
And they actually recognised.
Yeah, I made him wear the yellow hat so I can see him easily.
Jan makes me wear my tramp hat. So yeah. So if you do see me about with my yellow hat on, and Jan has her purple hat on.
And usually a purple jacket as well, and a purple handbag. Not purple jumper, nothing.
But sometimes with a husband wearing purple.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
Is he purple? Yeah, he's mine.
So, but yeah, so hopefully you've found this interesting. Again,
I really hope so, because we can do another one tomorrow. And another one on Monday with any luck. We have floats ready to go on Sunday and Monday, so we've got all our change. Just
hope the weather, touch wood, stays good. But I say, if you do like watching these and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell so you get the notifications of the next films. And don't forget to comment down below if there's anything here that you've seen that you have any information on that you would like to share with us.
Or if there's something that you've seen that you actually like, then private message us down below or something, and we'll see if we can work out a deal off eBay, because we don't want to get in trouble with eBay.
Yeah.
Doing it all wrong or anything.
Or if we've already got it listed, then there should be our link to our eBays as well. If there's anything that you've seen on this week, or let's say you've watched something a couple of weeks ago, it might still be on eBay.
Although I do have to admit that Neil's brilliant at listing. I'm very slow to list because
So if there's anything of Jan's, then messengers, and my stuff may well be already listed. But Jan, you're improving.
Although no, I am. I did list a cake tin the other day that has been in my family all my life, all my living memory. It's an old green cake tin that was my mum's, and it's in the listed box. And I've already had an offer of 20 quid on that, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Mum would be amazed. She's gone now, bless her. But 20 quid for an old cake tin. I've got it up for 35 and I'm holding out for that.
Yeah, why not?
We'll see.
Why not?
And like, you know, I mean, the dressing table sets, my nan had one that I think my sister had, actually. I think my sister's got it on her dressing table at the moment. But it's nice to see things that that I've known all my life kind of coming back into... Perhaps I'll come back into fashion one day.
You've never gone out of fashion, lovely.
Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we ought to call it an end there.
And don't forget to watch ready for the next film, because this is on Saturday. So we have a car boot sale to do tomorrow, and then another one on Monday. So if this isn't
free boot sale weekend, you know, I'm going to be rubbish for the rest of the week. I know I really struggle just getting around the boot sales, which is why I have to push the bloody wheelie wall, because I've got a chair with me so I can sit down all the time.
Anyway, we shall catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
And I just found in the bag that all this Xbox thing was in, found this, which the chap was saying was Wi-Fi or something. It says Xbox 360.
It looks like it just plugs into the USB, and does that enable it to do Wi-Fi?
I
So
think
it must
do. It must
mean it's
well,
a
the guy said
pre-Wi-Fi.
it was Wi-Fi, and then it was...
I had no idea that the Xbox 360 was pre-Wi-Fi. Unless it's a Wi-Fi booster. We'll have to do some research.
I've no idea what this is.
We'll have to do...
wireless networking adapter, Microsoft Corporation, for use with Xbox 360 console, indoor use only. It's got a hologram thing at the end.
Yeah. Well, I presume...
If you know what it's for...
Well, I presume that the
please.
Xbox 360 already had Wi-Fi enabled into it, but maybe they don't, and maybe that's the add-on that you get. So I'll have to do research.
I don't even know.
I was watching a film the other day, actually, all about the history of Wi-Fi. History of consoles. Well, no, it wasn't. It's actually the history of Xbox, which was interesting. But I didn't know that the 360 didn't have Wi-Fi, so I'll have to have a look a bit more. But obviously, if it hasn't, it's either a booster or it enables it.
Although I remember a conversation with a chap about 20 years ago who said that he was going to get wireless internet in his house. And he was saying, so you don't have to dial up every time. And I thought,
yeah.
I can't imagine such a thing. He said, you just leave it on all day. And it's like, no. You're kidding me. I'd only just learned to use a computer. Yeah, and that it was last century, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a bizarre thing, though, isn't it? No, you're not going to leave it on all the time.
And you know what? There are some people doing this, I'm sure, weren't even born.
Anyway. Yeah?
Back when I was at school, we didn't have calculators. And I learned to write with a dippy pen. Oh, dear. We had pencils, and then when you went onto a pen, it was a fountain pen that you dipped in the ink on the table, and the teacher used to come around with a jug of ink. You all think I'm kidding, and I'm not. And the awful thing is, I'm not even that old. I'm only in my 60s, early 60s.
Anyway.
That was just a little add-on.
Yeah,
to
it's
say
just a
that
little
I found
add-on.
this in the bag. So, bye again, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.